Welcome to Anatomy series. Today's topic for our lecture is palm. I have divided into a few lectures, so this will be palm 1, first part of the topic. So palm, we know it is a distal part of the upper limb. It has got so many creases, and characteristic feature is that it has got sweat glands but no hair, and sebaceous glands, so it is having thick skin. Then there are several creases, transverse crease, longitudinal crease, where the skin is firmly bound to the deep fascia. This is to improve the grip of the skin. When we dissect and cut the skin, what we see in the superficial fascia is the muscle known as palmaris brevis. If you can see here, it is a subcutaneous muscle, palmaris brevis, which is present on the ulnar side. It is said that it helps to improve the grip. Now, this muscle actually originates from the flexor retinaculum and this part of the palmar aponeurosis, the medial part of the palmar aponeurosis. Okay, so this is the palmaris brevis. Nerve supplies by the superficial branch of the ulnar nerve. It is also said that this palmaris brevis protects the ulnar nerve and the ulnar artery from compressive forces, like when we are repeatedly grasping action is done. Then the deep fascia of the palm. Deep fascia of the palm is flexor retinaculum, palmar aponeurosis, and fibrous flexor sheaths of the digits. Let us see the flexor retinaculum. Flexor retinaculum, also known as transverse carpal ligament. It is actually a strong fibrous band which is covering these carpal bone, and so it converts it into a tunnel, and this is known as the carpal tunnel or osteofibrous tunnel. That is, this upper part is the flexor retinaculum which is fibrous, and ये नीचे का जो है वो bony part है. इसके लिए osteofibrous tunnel or the carpal tunnel. The carpal tunnel, as you can see, medially it is attached to the pisiform bone and the hook of Hammett. Laterally it goes to the tubercle of the scaphoid bone and the trapezium. So this is when you see the carpal bones. दो लेयर में होते हैं carpal bones, the scaphoid, lunate, triquetrum and pisiform, and trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, and this is the Hammett. तो मीडियली अगर देखेंगे तो इट इज़ द पिसिफॉर्म बोन एंड हुक ऑफ द हैमेट, दोनों लेयर्स लिए है, एंड लैटरली द स्केफॉइड एंड द ट्रेपीजियम. ओके, इफ़ यू सी मीडियली यहाँ पे दिख रहा है एक स्लिप देता है पिसिफॉर्म पे व्हेन इट इज़ अटैच, नो, इट गिव्स अ सुपरफिशियल स्लिप एंड दैट इज़ नोन एज द वोलार कार्पल लिगामेंट, और ये कनाल फॉर्म हो जाता है, इसको कहते हैं अल्नार टनल और गयान कैनल. सिमिलरली ये साइड पे अगर देखोगे लैटरली, इट इज़ अगेन अटैच टू द लिप्स ऑफ द ग्रूव प्रेजेंट ऑन द ट्रेपीजियम, और यहाँ पे भी एक छोटा कनाल फॉर्म होता है. सो मीडियली भी एक कनाल है, लैटरली भी एक कनाल है. वी विल सी व्हाट पासेस थ्रू दैट लेटर. सो दिस इज टू शो यू द गयान्स कैनाल. ओके, now if you see here, we have taken a section at the wrist and we are trying to see the canal. तो यहाँ पे हम कार्पल टनल के बारे में बात करने वाले हैं. So now in exam it is usually asked, flexor retinaculum is asked, and also we ask you structures passing above the retinaculum and beneath the retinaculum or passing through the carpal tunnel. ये जो ग्रीन कलर का दिख रहा है, this is the flexor retinaculum. It is, see we can see how it is attached here. This is the अल्नार कनाल एक दिख रहा है यहाँ पे, और यहाँ पे दिख रहा है वो रेडियल कनाल है. ओके, सो लेट अस बिगिन. द स्ट्रक्चर्स पासिंग फ्रॉम अबाव द फ्लेक्सर रेटिनाकुलम आर, इफ़ यू सी हियर देयर इज़ अ वोलार लिगामेंट, और वो टनल के अंदर हमको दिख रहा है अल्नार आर्टरी एंड अल्नार नर्व, और द गयान्स कैनाल में अल्नार आर्टरी अल्नार नर्व दिख रहा है. उसके बाद देखेंगे हम, देयर इज़ अ पामर क्यूटेनियस ब्रांच ऑफ द अल्नार नर्व. There is tendon of palmaris longus, and as we are going here laterally, we can see the palmar cutaneous nerve दैट इज़ अ ब्रांच ऑफ द मीडियन नर्व जो ऊपर से जाता है, एंड द मीडियन नर्व पासेस थ्रू द कनाल, and as you go more laterally there is a superficial palmar branch of the radial artery. So medial to lateral it is ulnar nerve, ulnar artery, the palmar cutaneous branch of the ulnar nerve, the palmaris longus, the palmar cutaneous branch of the median nerve, and the superficial palmar branch of the radial artery. So these are the structures passing above the flexor retinaculum. We specifically ask you during the carpal tunnel syndrome about this palmar cutaneous branch of the median nerve. Okay. So this is the flexor retinaculum now. Now let us see the structures passing beneath the flexor retinaculum or the structures passing through the carpal tunnel. यहाँ पे हमको बहुत सारे टेंडन्स दिख रहे हैं, एंड सिंस वी हैव ऑलरेडी स्टडीड अबाउट द अपर लिम्ब ऑन द फ्रंट ऑफ द फोर आर्म, these tendons are the flexor digitorum superficialis, the flexor digitorum profundus. यहाँ पे दिख रहा है as you go laterally, here I can see the flexor pollicis longus, and in this canal which is formed here laterally there is tendon of flexor carpi radialis. And the most important structure immediately beneath the flexor retinaculum is the median nerve. So this is a question which is asked in your exam as well as in your viva. ये जो रेड कलर का दिख रहा है सराउंडिंग द टेंडन्स, दिस इज द फ्लेक्सर डिजिटोरम सुपरफिशियलिस एंड द प्रोफंडस. दे आर एनक्लोज्ड इन द साइनोवियल शीथ एंड दिस इज नोन एज द अल्नार बर्सा. ये दिख रहा है यहाँ पे फ्लेक्सर पॉलिसिस लॉन्गस, इसको भी एक सेपरेट साइनोवियल शीथ है. दिस इज नोन एज द रेडियल बर्सा, and the flexor carpi radialis is passing through another separate tunnel, and it is a separate tunnel, and it is also covered by the sheath. This diagram is to show you the structures passing over the flexor retinaculum. ये blue color का flexor retinaculum दिख रहा है हमें. ये flexor carpi ulnaris है जो pisiform bone, and then it is ending here. So this we do not mention in structures passing over the flexor retinaculum, but we can see the ulnar nerve, ulnar artery. ये जो दिख रहा है the tendon of the palmaris longus. This is the median nerve जो नीचे it is passing beneath the retinaculum, and I can see one nerve which is giving it a branch and lying over the flexor retinaculum. So this is the palmar cutaneous branch of the median nerve. उसके साइड में यहाँ पे हमको दिख रहा है द टेंडन ऑफ द फ्लेक्सर कार्पी रेडियालिस. सो दीज आर द स्ट्रक्चर्स पासिंग ओवर द फ्लेक्सर रेटिनाकुलम. This is the palmar aponeurosis. We have already said that the tendon of the palmaris longus continues as the palmar aponeurosis. अभी palmar aponeurosis के laterally अगर देखेंगे यहाँ पे this is the thenar eminence and this side is the hypothenar eminence. The deep fascia of the palm is thin over these two eminences and it is thick in the center, and that is the palmar aponeurosis. The shape of the palmar aponeurosis is somewhat triangular in shape, and the apex is towards the retinaculum and the base is distally. Now if you see here, this is the apex which is blending with the flexor retinaculum. Okay. As you see, the palmar aponeurosis just proximal to the head of the metacarpals, the base is dividing into 4 slips. We can see this 4 slips. Each is for the medial 4 digits. Each slip further divides into 2 slips and it is blending with the fibrous sheath of the corresponding digit. ये यहाँ पे दिख रहा है. Each वापस 2 में डिवाइड होके वो blend हो रहा है with the fibrous flexor sheaths of the digits. Okay. ये दोनों के बीच में जो गैप दिख रहा है between these 2 digits और the slips we will say, longitudinal slips के बीच में ये जो गैप है वहाँ में digital nerve and vessels usually emerge. This is Dupuytren's contracture, whatever way you pronounce. इसमें क्या है, द मीडियल पार्ट ऑफ द पामर एपोन्यूरोसिस यूजुअली फाइब्रोस हो जाता है, टाइटन हो जाता है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट देर इज फ्लेक्शन. एग्जैक्ट कॉज इज नॉट नोन बट दिस इज यूजुअली आस्क्ड इन योर वाइवा. तो इसको यू नो व्हाट हैपेंस इज देर इज फ्लेक्शन, acute flexion if you see in the phalanx, medial and the proximal phalanges or metacarpophalangeal. But distal phalanges are unaffected because palmar aponeurosis का thickening है ना, fibrous हो जो कुछ भी हुआ है the medial part. So distal में flexion नहीं होता है because the we have already seen muscles are going to the distal phalanx ना. muscle affect होगा तो वो वहाँ पे थोड़ा flexion और whatever is affected will be seen in the distal interphalangeal joint, but यहाँ पे नहीं दिखता है. So we can make out what it is. So Dupuytren's contracture, and इसके लिए usually a surgical procedure is required. Fasciectomy कहते हैं जहाँ पे वो fascia थोड़ा सा loosen कर देंगे जो tight हो गया है. Okay, so this is about Dupuytren's contracture. Fibrous flexor sheaths, हमने अभी बोला fibrous flexor sheaths, that is the palmar aponeurosis blends with the fibrous flexor sheaths. So now these are actually sheaths which are covering the phalanxes, all the phalanges here. If you can see this green color outline, इसको पूरा कोट की तरह कवर करता है. Okay, here also you can see. And then there is a synovial sheath also surrounding the flexor tendons, and उसके ऊपर होता है ये fibrous flexor sheath. Now these sheaths, if you see, they are thick. Oh, wherever the bone is present, if you can see here, this is thick, and they are usually thin at the joint so that they can allow flexion at the joint. So here what we can see is the tendons are covered with a synovial sheath, and then they are covered with the fibrous flexor sheaths. तो ये synovial sheath कैसे cover करता है, ये यहाँ पे ये पिक में दिख रहा है हमें. We can see that there is digital synovial sheaths for the medial 3, I would say, and for the thumb there is a separate sheath which is known as the radial bursa. That is the tendon of the flexor pollicis longus, and here ulnar bursa, which is including the tendon of the flexor digitorum superficialis and the flexor digitorum profundus, which we saw during the flexor retinaculum का section देखा, तभी हमने ulnar bursa और radial bursa बोला. So this is the synovial sheath surrounding the tendons and it forms a bursa. So this is to show you the radial bursa, this is the ulnar bursa. देखो flexor retinaculum के नीचे, तो radial bursa में हमको मालूम है कौन सा मसल है, flexor digitorum, sorry, the bursa on the radial bursa is flexor pollicis longus, FPL you should remember, and this is the ulnar bursa, flexor digitorum superficialis and flexor digitorum profundus, and these are the digital synovial sheaths. Vincula longa and vincula brevia. Now we can see here, okay, vincula is actually a tie, Latin word है, bond, and longa means long, brevia means small. So long and small bonds or ties are present. तो this is the flexor digitorum superficialis, ये दिख रहा है. तो ये जब ये अटैच होता है ना, तो ये there are chances that it can just pop up during flexion. So this vincula brevia यहाँ पे उसको bone के साथ fix कर देता है, and this is vincula longa. Similarly, for the tendon of flexor digitorum profundus also there is vincula brevia and vincula longa. It is actually attached to the palmar aspect of the interphalangeal joint. Means it is attaching the muscle or the tendon to the bone. So not usually asked in your exam, but books have mentioned it and you should not get confused ये क्या है. So this is about vincula longa and vincula brevia. In applied anatomy, tenosynovitis, that is inflammation of the synovial sheath of the flexor tendons. बस उसके बारे में ये है. It can cause infection and inflammation. For example, pin prick हुआ, thorn लगा, तो there are chances that the infection can spread. There can be accumulation of pus. The digit can get swollen and it can be painful. tenosynovitis. So this is all about the palm 1, part of the palm. Intrinsic muscles of the hand, we will do it in the next lecture. Thank you.